Almost be there. You are live. Okay, I'm showing it now. Hello, America. And you see me? Okay, I can take my glasses off now. All right. Via honeybees, come on down. I can talk to the three of us can talk, I guess, if Matt comes on. Yeah, Loma Vista. There's Todd. Hey, Todd. How are you, buddy? Now, now hang on. How do I put up a? If someone wants to come on here, do I have to post a number, or can they just chat? Dumb and Dumber. Oh yes. Okay. 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 In the chat. After I hit copy, I don't think it done. All right, I've got. Okay. How do I do that? Yeah. Okay. Shows downloads back in iCloud. I said, no, I got something else. I got desk, but back to pin the desktop. Hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna close that out. I'll try it. Todd just missed your call, buddy. We'll call you later today. Okay, that's Matt. Okay. They're texting. Matt and Todd is anyway. They're texting. I don't know if anybody can hear me or not. Oh, okay. Now we're gonna try to. Okay, go back there again. The invite, and it shows my StreamYard number. Okay, and then I copy that. It shows it's copied, and then I go over here to the. Do I close this now after it says copy? Do I close that? If I okay, I'm on. Okay, now then if I go to post a comment, right? Okay, and what do I put there? Right click. It's not showing up over there when I right click. Oh, Todd, I'm coming there. I'm trying to get to where get a link posted here. Melissa's helping me from St. Louis on the phone. Um, well, that'll take an hour and a half for me to do that. I'll have to go back and pick it back up some way. I should be now, am I? It's showing me a lot. I'm showing I've been on 5 minutes and 2, and I haven't. I've got some players, but I don't know how to get to them. Folks, I'm working with Miss Melissa out in St. Louis. She's trying to get me figured out how I can post this link, but I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. Just be patient. I'm still trying. Ricky wasn't coming on tonight, so I'm experimenting. I've never done this in my life, so we're just trying to start it over. So if I'm on the phone, I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to talk. Melissa's trying to walk me through this. Okay, I need to go back to invite, correct, Melissa? Okay. There's that link. It's up there. And when I copy it, so I right click on copy or do I left click on copy? How do you do that? Yeah. Oh, it didn't bring up the StreamYard link. It just all I got the blue on was invite guests to the studio and send the link to your guest. You may also want to share instructions for guests. You can have up to 6 people. So, but the StreamYard didn't highlight. Do I try it again? But okay, I did that. Yeah, yeah. Down to the comments. Uh, it's not dragging. Left clicking, going over it. Okay, and I'm supposed to try to drag it down to the comments section, right? Okay. Got it in there, but it don't come up. Okay, maybe I can copy that, see what happens. Huh? It says copied. Okay, where it says post a comment. Oh, I already left clicked. Oh, now what I do? Well, now what I do? I invite again. All right, the deal's up, and I copy, and it says copied. So I got it copied. Now then I go down to the post a comment block and hit right click. Is that correct? Okay, now it says back, forward, reload, save, print, cast. Now do I try to save that? No, see a place that says paste, period, create, QR, image, open. Nope. And it'd be probably neither. I can only guess at it. Let me see if I can write this down. Hang on. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to close out these other screens. Okay, I'm back to invite. Okay. I can give it to you if you can send it for me. It's the standard plus the GEN. WGNQ2 3S. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. It says loaded. Send a message. Okay. Hang on. I'm going to do some typing. That takes me a while, you know. Okay, you got Tom Sauceman on there, and it pops up blue, clean cut lawn care. Hit. I'm going to close this, send a message out back. Well, yeah, it shows. Ain't nothing there. Hang on. Tom Sauceman. Says shows up an error occurred. Please try again. Oh, goodness. Well, let me give you those numbers and see if you can. It's GENWGNQT3S. No, all lowercase. Yeah, it states TTPS, yes, StreamYard.com/ and that's I just give you the last numbers, GENWGNQT3S. But when I copy those, my StreamYard stream stays gray, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay. So to copy that, I'm going to left click on it, right? Or right click on copy. WGNQT3S. Yeah. I can get it to show that it's copied when I left click, but when now it says copied, but it goes back to copy, immediately. It says copied and then it goes back to, and then it kicks back to copy for some reason. Hello, folks. I'm still trying to get on. Cash print back forward. It doesn't translate. I'm not getting any paste for some reason. I guess I'm gonna have to give up, folks. I don't know what. Yeah. Yeah. I've had a big day today. I can report back on the green and the white queens, I guess. They're still both alive. I'm gonna Says I can have up to 6 people. Have to upgrade to get on more, but that's enough for the night to try to find out what's going to happen. Yeah, I guess that's what's going to happen, Todd. I guess they're going to have to drive over here and run me through it. And I've got that number, but I can't get it to transfer over for some reason. Guests can stream this to their own destinations. So I don't know what that means. Maybe I need to do that. Do you think I should? Hit that. Carla Lake. I have no idea, kiddo. You're talking. You might as well. You're talking that total idiot on the internet portal. I'm going to close out this invite guest to studio. I can open right now. You've got the link. But okay, folks. So you got me all by myself, and I'm going to be a honeybees. Oh, you're talking to someone. Okay, Brian C. Hi, Matt. Hi there. Hey, Matt. Oh. I'm gonna hang this phone up, I guess, Melissa. You can call me back if you come up with anything. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks. Well, folks, I've give up. I'm on here all by myself. All I can do is say dumb things and act silly, I guess. But, last night I put out this deal on the stream team about. Oh, what happened was I had 2 very weak colonies. Both were queen right, and I took a nuke box, and both clusters with each queen was about the size of your hand. So I took the two queens and their clusters and combined them into one nuke box. I don't expect either one of them to survive. However, I was just experimenting in all my years. I've never done this ever before, but I was to the point it didn't make much difference. I figured they were both die anyway, but I think I did that on the 10th. Today's what, the 13th? It's when I did that combine, and but I went back today. I didn't go in them, but I checked the landing board, and their bees are flying, and I'm assuming that one of them's either dead, or they're both alive, or they're both dead, or we'll see what happens. I'm going to wait probably till Saturday if the weather's decent. I'll pop in there and see if both queens are still alive, or if one's alive, or they're all dead, or what happened. But that's my story on that situation. So if anyone's got any or listening at all or can hear me, if you're so inclined, you can comment as to whether you can, whether you can't. I don't even know if I'm even. It says I'm live, and I've been on here 19 minutes and 23 seconds, but I can't get the link to work out for some reason. When I go to the invite to post my link, there you are, Melissa. You're showing up on my side screen. Do I add you to the stage?
There we go.
Okay.
All right. So
you're with me now then. Is that the case? Me and you?
Well, I'm here for a minute. We're going to be leaving here soon.
Okay.
So Hold on one second.
That's how low you be for them. They hear me, so I must be. Now Matt says, "Yep." Okay, everybody hears me, so I guess I'm talking. But it's kind of funny to sit here to talk to the screen, try to come up with a conversation with yourself. But Melissa's on me now, on here with me now.
So. On here. So I can't manipulate JW's stuff. I'm not signed in through him. So I'm going to type in on my comments the password to get in, and if anybody wants to join, you can. But I can't type in. It's going to be like the HTTP:// StreamYard.
I can read it too. I can read it off to them, Melissa.
Well, if you,
it's HTTPS:// StreamYard, and this is all small cursive, .com / GENWGNQT3S. I'm going to try to copy it and move it again, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, if you knew your passwords and stuff, I could come in on your account and set it up for you, but
yeah. I think
oh, give me a break. You got all kinds of clips. Put something on. Let's go.
There, I just posted the letters.
Yeah. No, Vista V is trying to respond. He says, repeat that again. Melissa posted the letters.
I can't type the whole website part because it won't let me.
Well, I don't know how I add a moderator, Brian. Other than Brian, I don't know how to add one. I'm a little bit ignorant here. I'm just trying to see if I could get on since Ricky wasn't coming on tonight. See what that.
So finish your story about your queens.
Well, they're both still alive. I thought I had.
So Todd, did the GENWGNQT3S not show up?
I can't get it to when I click on it. I'm on invite now, Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got invite guests to the studios, and it throws up, and there's copy here beside it. When I pump on copy, left click, it shows copy for a second, and then it pops back to copy.
Yeah. Unless I can get into your account somehow, it'd be really hard to figure out what's going on.
Well, all I can tell you in public, I don't have any. I mean, if I put it out there publicly, I can get.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I was going to say if you wanted to text it.
Well, I think I could text it. Well, you know what my it's just JW-Soapstone Farms honeybees. Soapstone Farms honeybees. Soapstone Farms honeybees is my deal, and then I will text you maybe. I'll try to text you my the world gets to watch me make a fool out of myself, I guess. I'm going to try to text you now, Melissa, my password.
Okay.
Okay, Todd's want me to text him my password numbers after. Okay, maybe he can help me get on too. I'm going to go back to the the invite deal so I can text this to Todd. Then I'll be back at you.
This is so much fun.
It's JW's email.
WGNQT.
Brian says he sees it.
Okay. Now then, I'm going back to you, Melissa.
Okay.
Let's keep your car ahead.
In my car?
So question or answer?
Both. Okay. JW.
Yes.
It says, check your email. We've sent you a 6-digit login code.
Hang on. I'm texting you my password.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Put that laptop in here.
I got the. Let's see what- This stuff that I've got, this text my hello. This stuff that I got here is a. It says that's a landline number. This plus 340-540-7016. Whoever that is that?
That's me.
Oh, okay. Reply wife to send all text message. This number has voicemail messages for 25 cents per message. I don't even like you that well.
Do it anyway.
This is the biggest mess I've ever been a part of.
What kind of live stream is this anyway?
There in Pennsylvania, he's going to. He at least you're sympathetic out there, folks, because I'm a total idiot, but they can't figure it out for me.
All right. Did you send that
It
text?
says it doesn't work. Todd just texted me back. Let me make sure I sent you. Let me make sure I sent you the right one, Todd, for the number.
I know, but then Brian said he sees it.
You did, I guess, Todd. You preceded that with all that
No.
Thinking the links up here.
HTTPS crap ahead of it. But let me make sure I sent you the right one. I'm trying to do 4 things at once.
Hey, guess what, JW? You have a whole 17 viewers on here.
Well,
The
that's
slide-
more than I anticipated. Okay, let me see if I got it on there right, Todd.
Type a question in the chat, folks. We can answer it while they're messing around there.
Yeah, you guys fill in for me while
You want me to do a song and dance?
Yeah.
I can do the JW shuffle.
WGNQT 3. Okay. Okay, Todd. I was on the phone. I got you now, buddy. That's in the joke.
Oh, no
What
worries.
else are we gonna do on a Thursday night?
Hang on.
Todd,
Tom, I thought you were
Mr.
in the truck.
California
Waiting for
himself.
Melissa.
JW, now go to your email and see if you got emailed a 6-digit code and send that to me. Or just tell me what it is over the live stream. It doesn't really matter.
Well, hang on a minute. Let me get off of here. I'm about to run out of battery on my phone. This may really stop it off. Oh. Steve Amos is subscribing so he can get in on this mess, I guess. Okay. Listen, it doesn't give me a.
And your email, did you get an email from StreamYard? Well,
Yes, but it says
is there a 6-digit login code?
This number as voice message or says I got to text a reply a Y, which is yes, and they're gonna charge me 25 cents every time. I guess once won't hurt, but I don't know who's gonna charge me. They put that on my phone bill.
I don't know what's going on.
That gas you put in your jet's cheaper or more expensive than that.
Now let me see what happens. It says detail at this is vtext.com text to landline.
Well, don't do that. In your email, did you go to your email?
I'm in the email. This is what I got from them, huh?
From StreamYard?
Yeah.
It says the screen I have says
Hang
welcome
on,
back.
let me check the message. You talk about my
You know, I don't understand how Brian C sees it, but I don't see it on.
So the message I have says, please check your email. Welcome back. We've sent a 6-digit login code to jwirwin44@gmail.com.
Okay, I'll go to that. Maybe I'll go to that, but I'm about to run out of phone.
Oh, don't do that.
Maybe
I don't have a thing on there. Let me add and go to my. I'm about afraid to do that. Afraid I'll lose what I got.
we're gonna have to have Lee come on and do like a whole just a live for everybody on how to do lives.
Do you know what I'm doing wrong here? Why can't I, Lee, when I go to invite, they're way more interested than probably. Oh, you must have been watching my mentor.
Your mentor.
If you subscribe, boys, and send me money, I'll send you my personal checking account number. But you got to send me cash for me to send it to you.
Deep thoughts with JW. I like it.
This has been very deep. I'm going to go back here to hit this invite, Todd. You know how to do this, Todd?
It's our internet.
Yeah, no, I
well, nobody else can do it because we don't have that invite button on our screen. Only you have that invite button.
Okay, but how do I make one of you guys a moderator?
That's a good question. I'm guessing you probably go into the settings.
Settings, probably, maybe.
Let me look at that and see what it says.
Only $5.
That wasn't it.
How about there's some stuff on the left hand, on the right hand side? Is there something over there?
I know what them's are to get rid of you if I don't like you and you say something nasty to me, I'm going to shut you off with. I know what those are for.
Well, I know, but there's some other stuff, other buttons over there too. I can't see them right now because I'm not logged into what I usually log
$5
in.
for your Social Security. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Danette. Okay. Well, hon, whoever Alicia B is, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be smart with you. I have no idea.
That's Matt's wife.
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
Sandy.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Alicia.
He's so frustrated right now. He doesn't even know what's going on.
Yeah, I didn't even know who you. Okay. I don't know what's going on.
Steve
folks.
gives his numbers and then
It's
assign
quite
it.
interesting to be totally ignorant, but
And we're not seeing the same screen he is. Either.
Yeah, no, we don't see the same screen.
Well, it's
anyway,
Hey.
today,
JW, Matt said he's backstage.
well, he's not showing up.
No, he said he was.
Matt, you're not showing up on my screen. I cannot. Now, mate, hang on. Maybe here you are. Maybe I got the top of you.
Hey Todd, how did JW get you the link?
He
Okay.
texted it to
Come
me.
on, I got you.
All right,
now,
and I
man.
texted it to Matt.
Oh, all right, never mind.
You was behind all my other stuff down here, the mute, stop camera settings, and all that stuff. Matt, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. JW, I just want to let you know I think you're doing a great job.
I know Tom's making you all flustered. Don't worry about it.
I know.
See,
Well, I still can't figure out why it won't let me invite.
Someone called Lee.
Now my dog wants out. My wife just get up there, buddy. We'll sing for her. We can do that.
there you go. Alicia's got a solution. If anyone else wants, and post your number, and Todd will text you the invite.
I don't know. They want to post their number on here.
I know.
Great idea, guys.
Well, I had it.
Someone call Lee
And
and
then-
tell him to get on here.
You can start talking about bees, and next time we'll get JW set up before he goes live.
There you go.
I don't know hang on, let the dog out. I'll be right back.
I was just going to say, how long is that going to take?
All right, now somebody needs to do the JW shuffle. Oh, he's gone.
Todd, I saw your video the other day, but bees are looking good out there.
Yeah, I mean the ones I have are pretty strong. The one surprising, the one surprising thing was the VSH queen that I showed.
Yeah,
I swear, I think she has Carney traits because that nest is small. Like I've had Carnies in the past, and they do shrink up. Like you're thinking, oh my God, they're not going to make it.
right.
But then all of a sudden she sparks up. So I looked at her the other day, and she's got like 1.5 frames of brood or in all stages going. So
Gotcha. Yeah,
let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's good. She's what, a 2-year-old, 3-year-old queen now?
She'll be 2 in June. She's a red dot. She's a red dot queen. So
yeah. That's always good to see. Actually, I talked to Mark a little bit earlier this evening.
Yeah.
I
meant to call him
a little bit, folks, with what's going on in sunny southeastern Illinois. Spring is sprung. My frogs are croaking. My magnolias are blooming out. I've got daffodils blooming. My red maples are loaded with bloom. My red cedars starting to bloom out a little bit. There's a little nectar nose. Not very much for the bees, but there's a little dab, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was in all my bee yards today. All my bees are flying. I've presently got 32 hives. Matt there at Sandy Valley and his bride Sandy was out. last Monday.
I can see Tom's face now.
Alicia, I'm just, that wasn't you, Alicia. He said that your name was Sandy, was the one he brought out here last Monday. Maybe that.
Don't make me go.
I want to be able to see Tom's face right now.
Anyway, we went through our highs. I had the two experts there. Ramsbottom and Saucepan was out here, and they went through my highs. And Tom said I had my white queen. He says, "How old is she? Is she as old as that white marking?" I said, "No, that was just a pen I had in my pocket last fall when I marked her." So she's last year's queen.
But by the way, Lee just jumped on. He said hello from the crane. Maybe he can help us.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Lee. Well,
Lee, if you're listening, so JW can't pin the link up on the top of the chat. Anyway,
I can get the invite with the link, and when I try to post it, I can't get it to post. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and nobody else seems to either.
I'll tell you what, while we're waiting for that, last week around here, it was in the 70s, and it felt great. And today it's snow. The snow line was really low. When I was driving home from work, the storm had already blown through to the east, and I could see how low in the foothills the snow came. So it was rocking and rolling here earlier. We had thunderstorms and black clouds, not
I
great.
had 76 here this afternoon, Todd.
What's that?
I had 76 here this afternoon.
That's what we
find big time, and it's we'd be lucky if we don't get bad storm out of it. It's what I'm afraid of. It's too hot, too quick.
Well,
yeah.
And I think Sunday they're giving like a high in the 40s for a high.
JW. So Lee said you have to pin from the YouTube window, not StreamYard. So you have to go to you. Did you close out the YouTube tab?
I never did open it up. I just did all this via StreamYard. I can go back and open up YouTube.
If you do, make sure you turn the volume, turn this volume, mute this volume, because when you go, that's how I got on here, is through YouTube.
I don't know how I posted.
So then you find, let me jump back there. Let me look. I've heard this before, but I don't see where it would be at. Never mind. I don't know. You're on your own, I think.
Anyway,
We're here for you, though.
Okay, well, we're just gonna go with what we got tonight anyway. I only got enough room for 2 or 3 more people anyway. So
if someone's got my number, text me and I'll text you all this info. I think we have room for 3 more people, right?
Yeah, I guess it's 6 counting me, or maybe 6 in addition to me. I don't know who'd have enough nerve to get on there anyway. So you people.
After all that,
Good point.
30 minutes of technical difficulties.
Yeah, watching some senile old 81-year-old man struggle around like he had his head chicken with his head cut off. But anyway, I appreciate you all stopping in and paying attention to me. I do thank you for that. You don't have to send money, folks.
Hey, hang on, JW. So did you copy the link? Were you able to highlight it and copy it?
I could highlight it, but
do you know how to copy?
Well, Melissa said, yeah, just click on it and
well, okay. So you
then I tried to drag it over to my post a comment section to do it, and then I couldn't.
It.
No, let me hang on.
And then you hit control.
I've got it highlighted. Go ahead.
Was that me? Did I fade out?
Well, yeah, everything faded out when I highlighted and I went to the and highlighted the.
Hang on. Yeah. Okay, so you highlight it, you copy it, you hit Control V to copy or Control C at the same time. You hold down the Control button and then hit Control or
Okay, hang
Control and C at the same time.
I have no idea where.
I'm going to try my best. I am the farthest from a computer tech that you could get.
Oh man, that's why
I'm just told from what I do at work.
If I can't cut it with a saw or drive a nail into it, I can't.
Oh boy! All right. So tell me when you have it highlighted. So what you want to do is you want to hold down the Control button, and at the same time you want to hit the C button. C is in cat, not Z is in zebra.
Okay, I've got it highlighted. I've got Control.
Hold down the Control button and then tap on the C as in cat button. All right?
It's not done anything.
That's all right. That's all right. Now, you go over to YouTube. I'm doing this too. Make sure. Yeah, Brian, I did go turtle mode. I've got a problem with my Wi-Fi. So go over to YouTube, and up at the top of the chat, you'll see 3 vertical dots.
Well, I don't see my chat on YouTube.
Really?
I never did go on. I am just now opened up my YouTube.
Open up YouTube and you'll be on there. Unless you don't follow yourself.
I don't.
I don't know.
You think I'm
It should be on there. It should be on there.
Hey Todd, do you have Mark's number?
Yeah, I do.
Maybe he just tried to call me, but I couldn't answer it.
Well, he might be on the road. Well, I'll text him.
No, yeah, I think he just called me. Probably it was to get the link to come on, but I couldn't answer it. And
okay.
Okay, there I've got me up, and I've got you guys are showing up. Now what do I do?
Now at the top of the chat box, it'll say top chat with the down arrow, and off to the right, it'll have 3 vertical dots, and then. Well, it'll have 3 vertical dots, and so tap on that 3 vertical dot thing.
Nope, I can't come up with that.
What?
I got that screen is showing up. Hang on, let me see what it says for me.
I got to text Mark. Well, we're having fun tonight, right?
I don't know, folks. I've got it up there, but there's the dots finally. Okay, they just now came up.
Click on the dots.
Yeah. Add, save, watch, play, save to playlist, and share.
Same again.
Add to QUEUE, whatever that means.
Add to the queue. Okay, what else?
Save to watch later.
Nope.
Save to playlist and share.
No. Where were the 3 dots? Up at the top of the chat box on the right?
I've got new stream, folks. Everybody tune in. I've got my deal, and it's off to the right. The on the same heading here where it shows my live.
Okay, so what I'm JW. So right now I'm behind, but I'm looking at the YouTube feed. And so when you look at the YouTube feed, off to your right, there's the box, a column of comments. And on the top of that column, there's three vertical dots.
I've got the 3 vertical dots on here, and when I click on them, it gives me the same.
It doesn't say participants, timestamps, reactions, pop-out chat, all that?
No, sir. Let me try this. What's these little horizontal lines down here in the clock up there?
I don't know.
I'm not, JD,
I don't
back
know
there, I'm
what
not
clock
laughing
you're
at
staring
you.
at.
Well, let's go back and just disregard all this stuff. If I can get back to it, I'll go back to my StreamYard.
Okay, I'm gonna text Mark.
And I'm going to
I
close
just
this
did too.
out, and when
I texted him.
before I
you
try
did?
this again.
He gave me a thumbs up, so I'm sure he'll be trying to get in.
I,
And did you correct the mistake I texted to you, Matt, about the 2 slash marks?
Yeah, the second link worked perfect.
Okay, Todd, stop for a second. JW isn't logged onto the live. He is on the cover page. Well, you may be right there, DC. I don't know what you're talking about, frankly.
Yeah, I don't either. That's about as far as I can go with this.
I'll talk to my guru in the meantime, Mr. Lee Quimby. If I'll catch him home, maybe from work. He's working about 50 hours a day, and maybe he can walk me through a off the air deal, so I'll know next time how to go about this. But I never did open my actual YouTube up tonight, folks. I just come here on this. Ricky, is normally on Thursday night, and he wasn't. It would be on. I thought, well, heck, whatever. You never get too old to learn something. But I'm a slow learner. All I can tell you.
No, it's
Go to the live on the top of the chat, and you will see the 3 dots again. Up the live on your YouTube. Well, I thought I did. DC, I appreciate your help, buddy, but I'm gonna give it up for tonight. I've bored you people with 52 minutes of total chaos.
it's a slow train wreck, you know it.
81 hours. Lee's got 81 hours in there. Well, hey, old buddy, whenever you get a free minute, you call me up. I think you got my number, and maybe you can tell me where I went wrong. But I guess I got to get yelping. I know you.
You're on YouTube. Dodd said he's found you on YouTube, so you're on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I don't have my YouTube screen open right now. All I'm on is strictly StreamYard.
Well, that's what you need is to open that YouTube and hit the 3 vertical dots.
Yeah. I'll try it one more. Excuse me. I'll try it one more time, and I'm telling you, the 3 vertical dots will show up on my screen.
At the top of the comment box, at the very top where the comments are coming down,
From the top of the screen, let me look again.
there's a X that you could tap on there, and next to that there's 3 vertical dots, and then to the far
Okay, start to now.
Look, I've never done this, so I don't know.
All right. There's a JW shows JW is signed in on that.
I'm better at snipe hunting than I am at this.
Customize your crow, close your profile, manage your Google account, open guest.
Yeah, everybody should click the like button after this.
Okay, let me try this.
I wonder if Mark tried to get in or if he's backstage.
Is Mark backstage?
I'm on my YouTube side now. Hang on.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
Oh goodness. Now what I do?
Whatever you do, don't push the button that says stop the stream.
Yeah. End screen. Well, that might be a saving grace for all of us.
We'll control alt delete.
And don't forget, when you get over to YouTube, you're going to be on a delay.
Yeah,
You need to mute your
I think I've been on a delay for about the last 54 minutes and 41.
It's all it says is, so have you I don't think you pushed any more buttons. So you hit the control and then the C key at the same time. When you get into YouTube, go to the comment box and push and hit the control, hold down control, and then hit the V as in Victor key. And it should paste that link in the comment. Try it. Try it.
Hang on, I got to get YouTube back up here again first.
Well, yeah, keep YouTube up there, but put the mute the YouTube side.
How can I click? How can I? Oh, I got.
So mute YouTube.
Mute YouTube. Yeah.
All right. Did you do that?
No.
Oh.
I haven't found it yet.
Well, when you do that, go over to the chat box where you can make a comment, and then hold down the control.
Okay, I got YouTube muted, I guess.
Okay. Now go over to the comment box where you make a comment, and hold down the control key, and at the same time hit V as in
I
Victor.
got YouTube mute. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I got YouTube muted. Now go back to YouTube and do what? You talk
Go to
me
the
good.
comment. Go like you're going to make a comment in the comment box below everybody else's comments, and you hold that, click in that box, right? And then you hold down the control button and hit the V as in Victor.
Todd, it cut out on me, buddy. I'm gonna give up on it for tonight on the YouTube end of it and go just finish off with what I got. I've been on here almost an hour and I haven't accomplished one thing B-wise except showing everybody out there in the real world how big an idiot I am.
No worries, JW. You got to crawl before you can walk, right?
No.
Don't worry.
There's Peabody. People fighting me. I've got on Dodd Hill and Steve Amos and DC and Peabody. And
Matt's
well, I hope
making.
y'all aren't charging me for all this time I'm eating up of your life because I'm sure not coming up with much. Anyway, folks.
Yeah.
I went through all of my last year's, or several of my last year's hive boxes today and cleaned them all up and I've got I think 32 deeps or 42 deeps and 36 mediums ready to go, cleaned up and ready to go to work as soon as the bees tell me. I've got most of my hives all broke down into singles and doubles, and my bees are all stout. That's all I can tell you, and I'm just waiting on Mother Nature to I've got a lot of my bees are Carney and Caucasian influence, so I've got some pretty, but when they blow, they'll be one day like Todd said, you got clusters the side of your hand. Go back a week later and you got half a box full of, half a box full of bees. Once they start laying and popping out, well, they grow like gangbusters. So I'm thinking, I keep track of stuff from year to year, folks, and I've got the last 2 years. I'm running right now. I'm 17 days behind my start of my flows from 2024 and 2023. I'm 17 days late with the same bloom, so to speak, on the flowers that I've got. My hen bit is even a little bit. It's blooming. Dead nettle hen bit. If you folks knows what I'm talking about, I've got 1,000 acres of these fallow fields. Or they're not fallow. They're just, well, the dirt farmers, I call them, the grain farmers haven't posted them or pre-posted them to kill what they call them a winter annual, which is a weed to them. But I've got 1,000 acres of hen bit right now, but all gets bloomed out. So I've got a few bees bringing in some red pollen. I've got some I've got some maple pollen, and I've got primarily maple pollen, and I've got some the red bits or the red pollens come from the hen bit out here, and the maple pollen's got a dull yellow, and I've got a real dull yellow that I think is skunk cabbage. Some of y'all may have that, and some of you may not, but
Yeah, I don't know what that.
that's my what's in bloom, and my frogs are croaking, and spring is sprung. Is all I can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So
what does the skunk cabbage look like?
I would say you know what a jack in the pulpit looks like in the woods, Matt?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of looks like the green part of a skunk cabbage grow in some moist areas, and it'll look like senior moment. What I'm trying, aloe vera maybe. You know,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a green. And then the little flower will come up right in the middle of it. It's kind of an oval that comes to a point at the top. The little plant does, and it's more like an aloe vera plant or something like that. It's a green leaf. They call it skunk cabbage, or that's what the old timers here called it.
Gotcha.
He had added stage. I can't. Oh, I got you. Maybe if I can get you up there.
Mark's trying to come.
Oh, you're back. Okay, you're back.
We're back. We're in the car now. All right, finish your skunk cabbage story. Sorry.
I've finished it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Have Tom Google it if you know. You guys Google. That's what Sauceman does to me every time I tell him a big story or a lie. Well, he Googles it. If you want to know what skunk cabbage is, and figure it out from my expertise.
Well, he's working right now. It must not be cold over there. He's wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah.
It was like 80 something.
I got 64 here right now in my house.
Yeah, I got up in the 80s here today.
Yeah, my car says 72. So.
Well, thank you, folks. I've been on here for an hour and 2 minutes right now. If I've got any questions for the old man and the bees, why? You're at me, buddy.
Yeah, push the horn, Melissa.
Oh, Melissa, are you in the car?
Hey, film him though when you push the horn.
He'll expect it now.
Have him check the radiator and get him.
Yeah.
I don't know where to remove her or not. She may be drunk.
What? Me? I need a drink after trying to figure out how to get people out.
Right.
Well, you ought to know better to get involved with me anyway. It'd be,
I was thinking.
You know, I didn't know what I was talking about, especially when it comes to electronic, if anything.
Oh man.
I don't even know if I got my volume up. Can you
You're
hear
good.
me? Okay?
You're good.
They wanted me to honk the horn while you were out there.
That was mean. I didn't like it.
Well, what in God's name are you doing? Have you been someplace and headed home, or are you leaving?
We're leaving.
Heading to Las Vegas.
Right.
Oh, okay.
We're heading down to the Table Rock Lake for the weekend.
What part of Table Rock?
Near Kimberling City.
Kimberling City, yeah.
That's
You
where
guys ever work? That's what I want to know.
Try not to.
Try not to. That's
Mark
where.
Miller, if you tried to get down, I apologize, buddy, because I don't know. That's Tom and Melissa. Looks like a face in the dark.
We're in the car. There. Is that better?
If Mark's listening, tell him to post that link to StreamYard.
Oh yeah, I guess. You know what? What the heck am I thinking? I could have put that up there myself.
Well, it won't let, since you're not, unless he was able to make you a moderator. I don't think it'll let you post a link. Like
No, oh, that's right, huh? Well, let me
Yeah.
see. Let me see.
Steve Amos, I appreciate the comment, buddy. I'm about to say believe it or not, when it comes to my knowledge of electronics, because I'm old school. I can barely.
So I'm on StreamYard right now on my iPad. So if you type in those, go to StreamYard, I guess, and join a stream, or it asks you to join a stream, and you just type in those password
Well, let me see if I can do it.
that I typed earlier. It should let you in. That's
See, I never saw that. I never saw that post you put up.
It's in the comments. It's further up in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay, I just put it up.
Well, it might show up on yours, but it won't show up on anybody else's.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So nobody else can see that, just you.
Same thing when you post an email address, it won't show up on everybody else. It for some reason blocks it.
No, that's stupid. Oh well.
I guess it's a security function, and maybe that's something that StreamYard provider or whatever has to approve. I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's all a learning curve here, right?
Well, anyway, I told Tom earlier and Melissa, I texted him. I said, well, I'm going to see if I can get on YouTube. And he bailed on me. He didn't tell me he's going to bail and go to the city about the time I got on here. Enlightening everybody's sweet world.
Right here with you,
Is this a 3-day weekend or a 4-day weekend?
No, just 3.
I'm looking at it's a lifetime ordeal. They're either eating, they're going to beach crap, or they're going to the lake. That's all that exists in the world of via. I don't know that via means see you later. I think that's what that via stands for.
Crab Shack by himself. We needed that one. Crab Shacks over there.
See, when we go to the lake, we don't have to pay for anywhere to stay because we stay at his sister and mother-in-law's house that's down there. So it's a nice little, not too far of a getaway. 3.5 hours away.
No, that's good.
Do you go into Springfield and take 65 down?
Yep.
So you go right through. Oh no, you don't go through Billings. You go through. Okay, never mind.
If you take 65 south out of Springfield, then you catch EE, which goes through Highlandville over to spreads kind of southwest over to I guess 13 at Highlandville. I think it's Highlandville. Then you can shoot the rest of the way down to Kimberly City right before you get to the lake.
Yeah. I've been through all those back roads.
We did actually get in RVs this week.
I've been in them. What do you mean we? I've been in them. Gee,
you could be out here taking care of my bees. No, you're going down there and playing in the water with your little girly friends on
Well, we're not
your
getting
little wake boats and your little
it's too cold to get
sea-doos. I wish
curly
if
fruit.
I had the time, I'd go down there and I'd sink your sea-doo right out from under you. Shoot it right out from under you, old buddy.
You pull the plug on it.
Yep.
Hey, we're gonna get him wake surfing on the like in a Santa Claus hat in the middle of summer.
There you go.
Coveralls, Santa Claus hat, JW is gonna be wake surfing.
I don't know.
It's gonna happen.
I'm trying
what
to.
did you guys?
I'm
What
trying
did
to
you see,
talk.
Melissa, when you were in the hives?
What'd you say, Matt?
What were you seeing when you were in the hives?
So the one yard that I went to today and worked by myself, I'll add. Isaac and I did some landscaping this morning for a while, and then later this afternoon, I went out into the bee yard because I didn't get back home until between 7:30. But that's why Ricky said he hadn't even posted a link, and he didn't know if he'd be back in time. And then I said I just got home, so he said something about canceling it. So anyway, the 1 yard that I was in today, I lost 6. So the areas that I'm actually was struggling going out through winter was my nukes. Anything that was in the double deep, I had very little to no problem on any of those. My nukes is where I suffered. That's where I screwed up. And I'll be making some changes going into going in through this fall with nukes. But anyway, I think I lost 6 nukes out of that yard, but I bees boiling out of the box on several of those in the yard that I was in today. So I just wanted to get an idea. Some of those I was putting pollen patties on, but then I stopped because they were working the entire top box and getting into the lower box too. So I don't know. I just wanted to, I didn't want to reverse anything right now, just in case we get some weird cold snaps and such, but they still have plenty of food stores in it. And I am seeing capped drone brood inside there as well. So I still think you're at least probably, like, I wouldn't even try to graft if we were going to for probably 3 more weeks, because it isn't every colony has a bunch of drone brood in it. So even though you might have some drones flying, I don't think the density would be high enough for that, you know?
Yeah.
They're looking good. Just got to equalize them.
As soon as I see a bunch of purple-eyed drones, that's when I'm going to start grafting.
Oh, look at there, folks.
What's that?
Oh, I'll show you what, I will try to show you what come up when I hit. Steve Amos solved my question, but here's what come out.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, my word.
Holy cow. Wait, it's the first one that you put in there was the one?
Wow. How many times you
Everybody joined.
Okay, just hit the first one after Brian C's comment.
for Winfrey throwing out the links?
I don't know what's happened here, folks. That's he said hit Control V, and I did and posted it, and that's all popped up.
Okay, so I went over to YouTube, and the first post you put up there, the single one you put up there, is the one to jump on. It looks like you cut and paste about 10 of them in the next 3 or 4 comments.
I don't know. He just said he said hit Control and V, and I did that.
I think you've done scared everybody away.
Okay. Now somebody click it and try to join. Let's see if it works.
But the first one works.
Can only hold 6.
He's trying to do a lot. Who's
I
gonna
don't
be
know
the
why
brave person to click the link and try to
Watch
get
out
on?
for the
Look at that. That's a mess right there.
I don't know why I done all that. Maybe I can. Let me see if I can.
If you could delete those, except for that very first one, then you're in business.
Well, that's what I'm
Mark
trying to.
Miller said the first one didn't work. It said 404.
I don't know how many of them it posted.
The first one should work. StreamYard.com. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, it didn't work. It won't work. No, never mind.
I don't know that any, because they're all.
Get rid of them. Get rid of them all.
I'm trying to.
Well, this is how you do it.
Try to do that one more time, JW. The control whatever.
The control C, and then just do it once. Don't click C 5 times. Just do it once.
He said Control V is the one I hit.
Well, no, Control C is where you copy it. Control V is where you paste it.
I didn't do nothing. I don't even know how I did it now.
Okay. Do what Steve just told you to do. Try it. Hit Control V in the chat box. One time.
Yeah.
I'm going to the invite.
No. In the comment box. Just do it.
Okay, now let me see what happens here real quick. I'm back in the StreamYard post.
I gotta eat dinner.
I hear you. Well, I'm going to get off here in another. I should cut it off 1:15.
I'm fixing to starve to death here.
Well, I'll email you a sandwich. Hang in there, buddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man.
Just grab a bottle of honey off that table right behind you and make you a sandwich.
Look at there. There it is. Did it come up? Let me see if I can post it now.
I don't see an umbrella to knock over.
Order a pizza, Todd.
Yeah, that's right.
Order pizza.
Oh, there we go. Okay, now somebody click it.
All right, perfecto. We're in business.
But it's still not. Now that's
how you. Okay, so JW, I think if you go to that post, off to the side of it, there's 3 dots.
Yep.
And if you click on those, I think one of them says pin to the top or something like that.
Hang on.
We're getting close.
Says put user in timeout, ban user, and delete the comments. But mine shows.
So go to that comment that you put up.
Hang on.
You better hurry.
I was on.
DC, stop commenting so that thing doesn't go away. That would complicate everything. So everybody stop commenting.
I'm telling you.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
Oh Lord.
When I click on it to the right, it's just a delete or something, Todd.
No. When you hover over it with your little hand there, off to the right, you'll see 3 dots.
I see it.
If you click those 3 dots,
it says delete comment, put user in timeout, or ban user. That's on my post. It's got the link on it. And there's a star there. What's that do?
That just highlights it so you don't forget the comment.
I don't know. I'm going to forget it for tonight because I'm going to try to.
All right, everybody can resume commenting. We just get it. Just copy that if you want to come in.
3 dots on the right. Right click it, then pin it. Okay.
Oh, hey, we're getting closer. Steve Amos is backstage.
Oh, hit add the stage, JW.
Okay, it says back, forward, save, print, cast.
Hey, you have somebody waiting backstage, JW.
Oh.
Maybe he can help.
Go to the bottom.
I'm trying to, folks.
Steve.
Okay, Steve, I'm trying to get to you, buddy. Mark Miller,
there we go. There we
All right.
There's Mr.
Oh,
Miller.
And Mark Miller.
Oh my
they're
God.
flooding in.
It's a party now.
Don't ban yourself.
I appreciate you folks hanging in there with me, but I'm injured on this stuff. So.
I'm just happy you're properly dressed.
Oh no, Mark fell off.
Yeah.
Well, I think he might have a bad signal.
Yeah, probably.
Catch me up. Look, Mark must left me. Is he there?
I think he's got a bad signal. He might be in a bad spot.
He might be driving like us.
Yeah, he probably is.
He's probably going to Table Rock.
Heck yeah. It's a party.
I've got him where he can come in. I don't know.
Maxed it out. That's right.
Yeah,
It only took 2 hours to figure it out.
He's probably down there in the 3 dots are clicking. And then
Did you pin it? Well, no, not yet.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
3 dots on the right.
Of the comment. On YouTube, not on StreamYard.
I don't have YouTube up, folks.
I told you, leave that thing up there.
Well,
I said that 17 minutes ago.
You know how apt you are to get me this.
He'll be more confused going back and forth.
Okay,
JW.
folks, I'm gonna end this thing here in 10
No.
seconds.
No.
Steve just finally got on.
No.
Mark's trying to get on.
No. All right. Let's just talk so we don't get JW all flustered.
Steve, how you doing, bud?
And if I hit end the stream, will it still keep you guys up there till you go off on your own?
If you hit end stream, the people
don't
on
end the stream
will
yet.
Yeah.
Don't end it yet.
Well, I imagine folks is pretty well they're feeling my smiling.
Oh, I think they're.
I don't think so.
I think they're fairly entertained with.
I think they're good.
JW, it's good publicity, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta
Well,
keep
Every one of us
more.
has been where you are.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Pastor. I can use all the help I can get. You might throw in a little prayer or two for my idiocy.
JW, ignorance is curable. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's true. I'm getting almost beyond curing, I'd say that. I've outlived all my karma, I think, Steve. I appreciate you popping on, buddy.
You can't.
You too, Brian. See, I'll put out. Anybody that wants to know, my next broadcast is going to be Computer 101. I'm going to teach all you folks how to do that.
Brian C. Computer time with JW.
Well, I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me, but it's got to the point I'm almost embarrassed.
No, don't worry.
Totally, this is the first. You know, you remember Todd? I come on one afternoon, maybe last year sometime in the fall, and you responded to it. I don't know how I even done it. And this is the first time I've even tried it since then.
I remember that.
I usually try to back Ricky up a little bit. He wasn't help, and he wasn't coming on tonight. I told Tom and Melissa there, I said, I'm going to try to get on there and see what happens. Thank you, Miss Jan. We appreciate your friendship and enjoy it, folks, very much. Thank you. Darren, you too, old buddy. I'll take you crappie fishing if I ever go again.
Every one of us has been where you are, JW. It takes trying to learn stuff. Sometimes you don't get it perfect the first time.
Trouble is, in the morning, I wouldn't even remember nothing.
Okay.
That's the good thing about being old. I'll forget in the morning. I wouldn't even remember doing it.
All that learning tonight, you won't remember any of it.
You must have figured out something over the years. You're pretty good with bees and pretty good with beef, I guess.
I don't know about that either. I'm baffling with bologna. You know how that goes, Steve. Oh, you're an expert, and you can talk to people that 30 or 40 miles away from you, right? You can go on a big air and run on like you know what you're doing.
That's it. I do some survey talks, but I make sure I go at least 50 miles.
Yeah.
That way I'm an expert.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You got it. 100%. Where's all that static come from?
Road noise.
Mute our thing.
Tom, you need some quieter tires, son.
There you go.
Well, when they muted, it quit it. I don't know. They must have the window down, maybe.
Hey, yeah, it's 80 degrees over there. So yeah, it's hot.
Well,
Tom must have got the AC AC without, or the car without the AC version.
well, 40-40. So what's that? You're 40 mile an hour. 4 windows down.
He's probably rolling on those big 35s and got some road noise.
Yeah,
It's all road noise.
they're ready to get to the lake.
That sounds awful. It just come on all of a sudden.
Need to get some BFGs, Tom.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Todd, have you got into your bees this week?
Yeah, I've been in a little bit. What I have left is they're looking good. They're looking good. I'm not going to split them because if I split them, oranges are probably, let's see, what is it? They're saying about 2.5 weeks, oranges will start blooming. And if I split now, I'm not going to get that much honey. So I'm just going to bulk them up with, well, I've been bulking them up or trying to. So what I have is what I have, and what they get is what they get. Summer, I'll be able to build up for summer, so that's not a big deal. But orange is my main crop. So
I've been through, pardon my interruption there, Todd. I've been through all my hives, some of them 2 or 3 times in the last 2 weeks, and I have not seen my first drone here. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got some, and I'd be on the verge of. I'm even thinking about trying to OTS on a couple of them just for the heck of it. But that'd give me, and that OTS is the best. Give me another 30 days to get drones, but I don't know if I haven't seen that much drone brood, so I'm about afraid to even try that. So
yeah. Well, I broke open a couple of some drone comb on some of my, most of my double deeps, but I haven't seen any crawling around yet, and I didn't see purple eye yet, so I know they're a ways off.
Well, this is.
And I didn't see mites either, so that's good.
I haven't seen a mite, period.
Yeah.
Or a hive beetle, period. I mean, I normally don't have mites you can see anyway, but I haven't seen a hive beetle or a mite.
Yeah.
So maybe that's one of the good things about this, what's happening in my world anyway. So we'll see.
JW, do you run all plastic frames or do you run wood frames with plastic?
98.326% wood frames. Yeah. I hate those. Maybe some of these new plastic frames are solid. I might be able to live with them things with the holes in the side that my bees are very probabilistic, so to speak. And they make so much gooey mess, and with those straight plastic hives, I just personally I prefer the wood frames with, and I stick in a few foundationless things in there. I've got some what Brad Hogg calls these story frames in some of them. I got some of them completely empty. I've got some old frames that I actually got from my father. It's got just a little old wooden V strip on the bottom of it, to try to do a little dab of comb honey. Melissa, I'm making blackberry creamed honey as we speak.
Ooh, nice.
All right, son, I don't know how nice it is. I'm not really crazy about the taste of it, so to speak. I have made cherry. I have made plain. I have made cherry. I have made cinnamon, and everybody likes it all, so to speak. I did find out something today. My little farmer's market on my table that I had sitting out in the sun, Melissa. My creamed honey sitting out there in that hot sun, right now at the bottom.
Yep. So, yeah. So when we take creamed honey to markets and stuff, we keep it in a cooler under the table, and we only put like 4 or 5 out on the table at a time, and kind of rotate them so they don't get too hot and start melting down. It was actually Ryan told us to do that.
That makes sense.
Well, that's all new to me also. So I've never done that before, but I'm going to be a self-proclaimed. I'm going to be the Eastern Connection creamed honey expert here, because I'm getting all this advice from the dirty side, and my old buddy Brian Zavada out there in In the really, really dirty side, he's clear out there to Denver. You really, the further west you go, the dirtier it gets. And then you
Hey.
then you hit.
That would make me the dirtiest.
Then you hit Todd Prater out there, and then you fall in the ocean where everything should be.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
Todd has to bathe in straight bleach to get clean. Is that what you're saying, JW?
That ain't right.
Yeah.
Boy. Hey, Melissa, when you set your creamed honey, is it like consistent, let's say, of freezing a stick of butter? Is it like that?
Say that again.
So when you set your honey, when they're soft set where you don't really put it in the fridge and you could dip an apple slice in it. But when you set it when you have it in a fridge for like a couple of weeks, when it comes out, are you looking at it to be like a frozen stick of butter consistency?
Not quite that hard. Maybe like a stick of butter that you take out of the fridge. Not quite frozen,
Okay.
And then once you have it out of the fridge for a little while, it'll start to soften up a little bit once it gets back to room temperature.
Okay.
Why didn't you ask me that, Mr. Prater? I'm the expert here. I'm the host. You're supposed to ask me all this. You're supposed to ask me all these questions.
I apologize, JW. Don't kick me out of here. But you know what? I have some people. I made some apple pie spice and I sent some to Brian, and I didn't set it. And people, for some reason, they like that where they could drizzle it over ice cream or put it on apple slices or whatever. And I'm kind of wondering if I should do half and half, half of a batch set it and half not set it. I don't know, or not set it at all. I have no idea.
Well, the longer it sets, no matter if you put it in the cooler or not, it'll eventually firm up.
Yeah.
It's all depends on how long people have it. The longer they have it, the more time it'll have to firm up. So, and also JW is kind of having some issues with his setting, and I think it's because the honey that he harvests off of his bees, he says it doesn't.
You're completely washing out, Melissa.
She sounds like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
He just doesn't realize.
Repeat that last word, JW.
My back. So JW was having a hard time getting his creamed honey to crystallize. It was not setting correctly, and I think it's because he said that his honey typically doesn't really crystallize. Obviously is already crystallized honey. It's taking a lot longer for all those crystals to form.
Well, I don't know. I haven't had any crystallized yet on the spots, so we'll see what happens.
What kind of honey do you get typically, JW?
You know what I tell people, Steve? Whatever them little girls out there in them little old wooden boxes happen to whatever they bring in. In an area like I am, which is purely pretty much dirt farmer agricultural, there's no place around them. If them bees cover a 5-mile radius, or can, so to speak, figure out how many acres that is, you being a surveyor.
That's a lot.
And where the only place you're going to have one single crop in an area that large, there's probably somewhere in Canada, and that'd be canola or something like that, in some of them fields up there that's huge, or in the Dakotas. But around here, there'd be clover in one field, a 40-acre patch, and there's 640 acres in a square mile.
Yep. So
you got 40 acres of clover, and you got 40 acres of alfalfa, this, that, and the trees, and we got all the oaks. I've got a world of Russian olive, bush honeysuckle, that grows up in these woods. Every wood that's been cut over, that's the birds. They make a little red berry, if you're familiar with what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And the birds carry them all over God's creation. So you got all that stuff to put up with. So whether the bees are just like me. I'm strictly an opportunist. I'm gonna take the easiest road, so to speak. And I teach all my bees to be just like me. So whatever they think is the most opportunistic forage, that's what they're going to feed on. So I don't even attempt to tell people, and I don't mean to be this disrespectful to anyone, but I don't even attempt to tell people what my honey is. Some in the spring I notice it's lighter than it is in the fall, and I've got all the fall asters and the goldenrod, but I don't even really consider goldenrod a basically a honey source. You're going to get some pollen from it, but I don't think it's anything that, in my opinion, consider the source. I don't think that your pollen or your goldenrod in my part of the country is any any kind of forage for the bees other than the pollen source. Now, that's just my opinion.
We very rarely get anything here in the Carolinas from goldenrod. We might get some pollen, but not enough to make anything from.
Yeah.
But I do love goldenrod honey. I've had some from Brian up at Castle Hives, and it was awesome.
That's probably that soot coming out of them smokestacks up there in Cleveland's what they're
Sure.
out of. If you're talking about Brian Copra up there.
Yes.
Now, don't anyone tell him now, whatever you do, that I said this about his honey. I think that smokestack honey out of Cleveland.
I'd get it by the gallon if he sold that much. It's pretty good. It's the best thing ever came out of Cleveland, if that's what it is.
I don't know. But, Ryan's all right. I just like to aggravate him. I know them guys halfway well, I guess.
I figured y'all would have poplar and maybe see some locusts there too.
I do have a lot of locusts. I don't have very little poplar.
Really?
Steve, right here, you got to get the poplar of most of the poplar in this part of the country was cut out. People didn't manage their woodlands like they do now. And you got to go to Indiana to get any poplar of much quantity. Let's put it that way. There's an occasional poplar tree here and there, and most of them's planted. That's left is in somebody's yard. All the poplar was cut out for wood and I guess cabinets and stuff like that. Matt being a carpenter, them guys can tell you, more of the uses of poplar than when I used to make. Believe it or not, I used to use some poplar. I used to break out a few oxen when I had all the cattle. I break out a team of oxen, and I would have to. I couldn't buy oxen yokes. I mean, that's a thing of the past. So I'd make them, and I'd get some poplar to carve with, because it was easy to carve out or draw with a draw knife. That's the way I made those oxen yokes. So other than that, but there's not a lot of poplar around here as far as for production.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of time in Indiana, and I figured you'd be pretty close to that. There's quite a bit of poplar there.
Yeah, well, I'm across the river. If you know where Vincennes is, my main, which was an ex-cattle farm, and my main bee yard. And these guys will tell you, Matt and Tom come over, and we went for dinner in Vincennes. My main bee yard is 25 miles from the Indiana line, but I'm in southeastern Illinois.
Vincennes used to have a pretty good survey department back in the day. They educated a lot of surveyors there at Vincennes College or University, whatever it was.
Yeah, I was over there today. I went over and got 330 foot of 4 foot matting now, them conveyors, wore out matting. I use that. That's what I cut them in 5-foot sections and put them underneath my beehives, and I was out of it. So I was in Indiana today. Went over to get everything good that I get for my bees in this part of the country, or for my cattle, is the same way. I have to go to Indiana to get. I can't figure out, Illinois being the great state that it is, why it never has anything. But it don't seem don't have anything but taxes.
You got to go up to Chicago to get all the good stuff, JW.
Yes, I guess you're right there.
Hey, I know this species is gone. It probably is, but are there anybody or any spots of land that's got American chestnut in it, or is it totally
planted?
They're actually replanting it over here.
Yeah.
Oh, are they? Okay,
Yes,
I thought it was dead and gone.
There's a hybrid.
Excuse me for interrupting you, Steve. I've got a beekeeper friend. He was trying to get at least a sideliner stage. He went by Hanyak honeybees. He's got a website.
Oh yeah, I used to follow him.
Okay, Hanyak is about maybe 30 miles as the crow flies up the road.
Yeah,
he's got maybe 10 acres, but he planted every tree.
No kidding.
There's no chestnuts. That's the only ones I know of around here. I'm not saying there isn't any. I don't have any buckeyes. There's an occasional buckeye tree here in southeastern Illinois. But hey, Mark, are you trying to get on? I'll try you. See if I can find one.
How are your bees doing, Steve?
Doing okay. I've had about 60% overwintering, which is good for me. I'm still learning. So I've got 2 little yards, some in my house and some at my father-in-law's. So I actually bought some 8-frame equipment. I think I'm gonna split the ones up at my father-in-law's and try that. Well, Tom, Melissa, do you guys run double deeps on the 8-frame, or do you run like story and a half?
I think they froze up.
Yeah.
Steve, I run the majority of mine's 8s. I run mostly doubles. I run a little bit of everything this past year as an experiment this winter, and I split everything down. When I started splitting down last fall, I had 57 hives, and I got them down to 34. And in those 34, and Matt, Sandy's husband there, Matt, he'll verify that. He'll verify this. I've got everything from single 5-frame deeps to triples in nukes to triple deep 8 frames to double deep with 1 medium 10 frames. And of the 34, I intensely to see, and then I run them through the winter, and I couldn't tell a handful of difference between any of them, how they come through. If they had a good stout little queen or big queen, whatever, and I think I've got my mites under control temporarily anyway. And what is it? Cayman Reynolds says, strong queens, no mites, and something else. Why, whatever the else is.
Good nutrition.
Yeah, good nutrition. I started feeding in the 17th of August last fall, Steve Amos, and there I had.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
You didn't know it was. Sorry, JW. Sorry about that.
There's that Sandy lady that I didn't know. I said, who's that Alicia V? He told me your name was Sandy when they was out here this week. That's who he had with him.
She goes by all kinds of nicknames.
You don't look like nothing like them 2 blondes that they had with them out here. They said,
yeah. Oh boy, you got me there. I'm in trouble.
Come in here, Miller. They tell me you got blue-eyed drones, purple-eyed people eaters, and the whole bit down there. Is that true?
Like people eaters. I think he's frozen too.
I think he's froze up too. Nobody wants.
He ought to. We've had I bought those 8-frame boxes today from a guy out an hour east of here, and he had a swarm yesterday.
Oh,
So making me sweat yesterday and didn't get to.
You're better looking than that one you had out here anyway, Alicia.
I'm over here having fun watching the kids over here at the park get chased by the police.
Oh.
We got some tennis courts and a basketball court across the street, and
yeah,
every now and then the kids are off school the next day. It gets a little rowdy.
Sandy may have made the call. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Sandy, what do you do with it?
They all took off running. They dropped their bicycle. They dropped their basketball. I'm like, what are these kids running from?
She's gonna get her house egged. Yeah.
You
I'm
can't afford that.
behind the curtain, like.
Mark
eggs.
Miller, if you can hear me, you've been on and off 2 or 3 times. If you'll get off that dirty side and get back over here on the east side of the river where we both belong, you'd be able to get decent service. You're probably over in the Missouri Hills someplace.
I think he was actually.
I just looked up the American chestnut deal. They planted a bunch at the Land Between the Lakes there in Kentucky, if y'all know where that's at.
Oh yeah, I fish down there quite a bit when I'm not working bees. That's what I'm doing.
So
I thought you
I'm
guys
hoping
were
they get it back going.
Cut off. I didn't know I could keep watching.
What's
Well,
I
that?
had a couple chestnut trees in my house growing up, and they're still there the last time I was up there, so I don't know. They didn't get them all.
Didn't they cut most of that down for furniture?
That's
Oh, yeah.
what happened to it
Yeah.
all. That was in this part of the country. The old timers told me. That's them old guys, not guys with, us young guys. We're not privy to all that old guy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, American chestnut was a predominant tree in North America. I mean, it was almost one of every 3 trees was a American chestnut.
Wow.
They're even getting us to the point walnuts got so high. Any walnuts is not full of knots and holes and eat up. And it's about been cut. That's of any size. It's hard to find a decent straight. Guys like me. But I tell you what's happened. I had a lot of nice, great big, 24 to 28, 30-inch white oaks and stuff like that. And then we got a doggone grub that come in here and they eat into the root system on them, and they're all dying. The white oaks are. And the elm and the ash has got a borer in them, and they're all dying. It's this.
I was going to ask about that. They had that boar up in Indiana in the ash when I was up there 20 years ago.
I've got big, beautiful ash trees just dying on the, and falling over because I had some Amish boys come in, and I let them come in with their horses and clean out my timbers. The white oak and the ash that was dying, and they got all the one that, hadn't already deteriorated before, beyond being lumber value. And so I've had all my and I never intended to cut anything, but there wasn't no use in letting it stand there and rot or fall over.
Tom and Melissa said they're backstage.
Well, who knows? Who thinks I want them back? Huh?
We've been back there for like 10 minutes.
Only thing we're getting out of you guys is road noise anyway, because you're abandoning ship.
I'm gonna send him a nasty email, bud.
I'm not like Bob, all these other stars, my co-stars, Bob Benny and his stream team, and Bob Walker and Charlie Thomas. I'm not a nice guy like all them people are, so I'll, I'll drop you like a rock if you mess with me.
JW, you should have told him to wait in line.
Yeah. I've got my cursor on the. This says REMOVE. What's that mean if I hit that? Huh? Go ahead.
You guys driving a Tesla?
Don't threaten us with a quiet drive to the lake.
Well, I hate to say this, but I got to go eat dinner.
No, you got to stay 10 more minutes and we'll shut the whole thing down. I've actually enticed some of you silly people to hang in here for two whole hours for me.
All right. You got me for 9 minutes and 13 seconds.
Yeah, that's all I asked.
Then I got to feed that tapeworm because it's really kicking me.
That's what Tom Sauceman's got. I can assure you, ain't nobody could eat as much as he needs to be that skinny.
He never had that metabolism fall off, apparently, that the rest of us suffered from.
Brian, I'll try to figure out how to get that link pinned. I had it up there. It's in the chat up there, but
it's still there. That's how we got back in.
Yeah. Okay. You have to scroll back up through the chats. If you're more than welcome to try to come on if you want to try to.
It's let me look for it. I'll find the time if I can find it.
I'm gonna shut it off here at 2 hours. I can't believe anybody's silly enough to still be on here anyway.
So if you're on StreamYard, it's and Central Time, it's 8:58 is where he posted it. I don't know about YouTube.
But hopefully Mr. Ricky will be back on here next week. The only reason I popped on here was just to fill in the blank type of situation. I'm not trying to take over doing anything. Everybody used to having someone on about every night. So I thought, I'll give her a try. Well, semi-successful, I guess.
You probably got your viewing hours up about 500% now.
That's probably true too. I don't post much. I certainly don't do how-to videos of any kind. I'll do a little about, on my farm, what's going on or what goes on around the hives. I figure there's enough people posting videos about how-to or what they're doing in their hives, so I don't have to do that kind of stuff because I just make a fool of myself anyway. So.
You just don't want to share all your secrets, is what it is.
I don't have any secrets, Rob. I'm an open book. All I've got a lot of, Steve, is creditors.
Yeah.
I try to stay hid from them. That's the reason I don't post out too much stuff. So.
You farmed a long time. I don't know any farmers that don't have a creditor or two.
Oh, well. I'm not really. I call the row crop farmers or dirt farmers. I call them sod busters. So they don't. I was always a livestock guy. I never did have much money. Usually had a little on my boots was the smell of cow manure.
I had some chicken manure on my boots today. They'd sprayed a field that I had to stake a house in the middle of. That was nice.
Well, Calvin, I appreciate you coming on here, buddy, but I don't intend to be a regular. I just got a filling in a spot. So I've got 5 minutes and 53 seconds to keep filling in, and so Todd can go eat because my baby boy is hungry out there on Cali land.
Oh man.
JW, good thing about farming beef instead of row crop is I'd darn sure rather eat a cow than a bunch of soybeans or field corn.
Yeah, I've been there and done that more than my share. I had cattle for 62 years. So I know a little bit about a cow. I don't know a heck of a lot about a honeybee, and I've had them both about the same period of time.
What kind of cows did you run?
Black Angus.
Tasty.
Well, my specialty, I raised a lot of bulls, purebred bulls. I sold bulls all over the country one time. I used to show right down there where at the North American Livestock Exposition. Had that whole building down there where we have the beef, where Cayman has these knobby deal. That entire building's full of livestock down there on usually the second week of November every year. Entire thing I've showed down there for years.
I'll tell you what, the best beef I ever had was from this guy right here. His name was Topper. I got his briskets, and man, oh man, he was good. But you know what? What's funny about this picture is I was about ready to pat him on the head, and my daughter slapped my hand away. Dad, don't touch him, because she sprayed gel all over him to get his hair sticking straight up for the show and stuff. I had no idea. He had fur sticking up around his ears and stuff, and she said, "Don't bump him, don't bump him." And then she kind of did a smile there, and man, that beef raised that way, holy cow, that's so good.
And you killed your baby's baby. Huh?
What's that?
You killed your baby's baby. That was her show steer, and you butchered it, right?
Yeah. Well, she had some of it too. She liked it.
Yeah.
My senior year of high school, we raised a Charolais from bottle up to about Charolais steer up to about 1,000 pounds. That was the best tasting beef I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
He topped out. I think he weighed out at 1,350, and I forgot what the hanging weight was. But man,
62 to 68% usually.
Yeah.
It was some good stuff. If they're good and solid, they're not over fat, Yeah.
The nice thing about it, when you do that, the nice thing about it is you know what they ate, and it was really good meat.
Yeah, I like that. That's what I always liked about raising my own beef. I didn't have to cook it. I just eat it.
Oh yeah, I didn't use a knife. It was so tender. I mean, just took a fork and that's all you needed.
It was the same good for old Bucky. He was good.
She made a decent amount of money on that too. It wasn't it wasn't a loss at all.
There's a standing order. There's some big time restaurant, somebody probably knows, other than me in Chicago. They got a standing offer. If you win the steer at the Illinois State Fair, $100,000.
Oh wow!
And it brings it. If they get more bidders, they'll guarantee $100,000 for the winning steer at the Illinois State Fair. Or did. I've kind of been away from the livestock showing scene for 10 or 12 years now, actually. So I'm kind of slowed down, but I can do a little bragging. I've got the trophies and stuff to prove it. I won the Fort Worth Stock Show. I won the North American Livestock Exposition there in Louisville. Won it a couple of times. I won Denver once. I've had some pretty good livestock. And I don't mean to brag, but that's more like I can claim about honeybees. I don't have any prize winning honeybees. I don't expect to ever have any. So
if you start entering that honey show, you could start getting ribbons for your bees too.
You got 50 seconds to insult me, Melissa. So get out.
Let's start it off. I heard your goals weren't that good. I definitely
33, 32, 39, 27, 26, 23. Thank you everyone for that tuned in for this mess, and I appreciate you watching, and I'm sure Ricky will appreciate it also.
Now, if he hits the end button, did we have a backstage automatically?
I have no idea. We're going to find out. I'm
the
We've got
backstage.
10 seconds, and I'm going to push it. We'll find out.
JW, when you end the live, you might have to add everybody back to the stage.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
There we go. I'll say bye now, everybody.